I'm losing my patience. Long audacious. How many times did I pray for this? Tell me who's on my side, really. Can't count all the nights, really. Took a lot to put my pride aside. I walk through fire trying to find my way. Sometimes I can't find the words to say. I come alive when I find my peace when I just don't, I believe in shooting stars in the way to go. Guess it's been long way home. It's the season, got my rings, all colors make them look old. Slow up, slow down. New I found, I've been running to you. Slow up, slow down. New I drown. I've been running from you. Loose screws. Every time I get jaded, I accuse you. Everything that I do for you. You know I've been tripping over the taste. I just don't, I believe in shooting stars in the way to go. Guess it's been long way home. It's the season, got my rings, all colors make them look old. Slow up, slow down. New I found, I've been running to you. Slow up, slow down. New I drown. I've been running from you. I've been running to you. I've been running from you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NBA 2K23 $250,000 My Team Unlimited Tournament. Welcome to NBA 2K TV. Last weekend, the My Team Unlimited Tournaments revealed our 4 finalists.
This is the time of the season when some teams start to transform, for better or for worse, Brent.
Yeah, we either see some clicking or we see some tricking, BA. And you certainly don't want to be on the side of being tricked into think your team is good and it's really struggling. So general managers are really starting to take notice of what might need to get done in order for your team to stay competitive.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. It's KD at power forward and Claxton at center. Johnson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Warren in at the 3. Now here's Hayes. Nice D from Durant. Outside Irving. Back to Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Here's Durant. 17-foot shot on the way, and down it goes. 2 points.
And Durant's going to be able to shoot over the top of anybody in this game.
The Pistons on offense. It's a 5-point game. Here's Durant, covered by Johnson. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh my, what a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. He is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor. It is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Bogdanovich passes to Stewart. Here's Ivy. No good from 18. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pass to Durant. And he lays it up and in.
Good assertive play from KD, refusing to be denied on the interior.
Here's Ivy. Back to Hayes. To the paint. Bogdanovich with it. He's covered by Warren. Fade away. Durant pulls it in.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Johnson with a bucket.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off.
You know, it seems like the Nets and KD played the will they or won't they all summer long, but no deal was found, and KD is giving it another shot with the Nets. Now, there just didn't seem to be a deal that was right to lead the way.
Killian Hayes is a PG, and he's got vision, so you get open, he'll find you.
Warren, the pass to Irving. Outside Johnson. Again, the Nets score.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Pass to Ivy. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Johnson. To the inside. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Ivy. Now here's Bogdanovich. No good from outside. From deep, Johnson. And the Nets, another 3.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
The Pistons shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. Pass to Stewart. Here's Ivy, covered by Johnson. Ivy's shot is off. Brooklyn has gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. From deep, Johnson. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Detroit calls timeout. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team a bunch of points and energy to put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Here comes the fun, Detroit. Takes the Pistons dancers.
You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting, kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Now here's Hayes. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot. To win the drought. No luck on that one. And Brooklyn going the other way now. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Here's Ivy. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Johnson. And here comes the break. Here's Warren. And again, it's Brooklyn.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
And they'll meet 3 times overall. A little bit of a tone setter here tonight.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
Now here's Hayes. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Johnson passes to Durant. It's Warren on the wing. Outside Johnson. Pass to Irving. Back to Johnson. The 3 is up. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And while the Pistons need to improve at both ends, Brent, offense is where they've struggled the most.
Yeah, last season near the bottom in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. They've got the playmakers, but they've got to convert and finish off those plays and get more consistent on the offensive end.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Stewart inside. He's covered by Warren. And that one's good. Stewart
really valued for the energy he brings to the game. That and that 7'4" wingspan, that makes a lot of things happen.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. Burks, he's checked in for the Pistons. Simmons is checked in for Brooklyn. Hayes against Irving. And here's Hayes looking for his first basket, still in this one. And there's a 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Detroit has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. On the floor for the Nets, it's KD at power forward and Claxton at center. Johnson is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot. Back to Burks. 3-pointer off the mark. And it's Brooklyn ball. Inside, here's Claxton, and he slams it in one-handed.
Yeah, with how much attention Durant draws, he's a skilled passer, and he'll make it happen.
Pass to Duran. Here's Ivy, covered by Johnson. The 11-footer. Rebound Brooklyn.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Well, we're in the era of the 3-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Here's Claxton. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Burks. A 14-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Durant against Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burks. Second chance shot. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Defensive foul, Kevin.
That's good from Stewart.
And the big man, Isaiah Stewart, just relied upon to bring physicality and aggression to the floor, something he does well.
Now here's Johnson. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Drains the triple.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. And Stewart is one of those guys that you can count on to provide energy.
No doubt, B.A. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to be ferocious down there. And I like how he focuses on taking higher percentage shots.
Knocks down the triple.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Ivy. Back to Burks. And Durant with the block.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And the Nets with possession here. The Nets have gotten off to a sensational 5-for-5 start in the second quarter. Outside Johnson. Three-pointer. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
For Detroit, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Outside Bogdanovich. Burks against Johnson. A shot to stop the run. It's deflected. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Hi, guys. Well, D in their last time out against the Raptors got the job done. He dropped an amazing number of points, and it was his highest point total of the season. He had his handprint all over that game. Put up some big numbers. Guys, back to you.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention. This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Ivy. Over Irving. Here's Stewart. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 4 from three-point land in the second quarter. The shot by Johnson, no good. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. To the left side wing. Here's Ivy. That shot is off. Nice D from Durant. The Nets have gone 8 for 9 here in the second. Irving, the pass to Johnson. From deep three-point range. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's Ivy. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Doubled by Durant. Pass to Stewart. Here's Ivy. He's guarded by Irving. Outside Burks. From deep. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Now here's Burks. 5 points in the game. Here's Ivy. Back to Burks. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got rebound number 8 now. Outside Johnson. On the wing, Irving. The kick out to Johnson. Connects again from distance.
And all season long, he has been nothing but money from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been nothing short of amazing for him as he edges closer to third most three-pointers in a single season. Bogdanovich from long range. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Duran, no good.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Burks. Pass to Stewart. A shot to stop the drought. They get it again. Tries again. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
As of right now, Jalen Duran kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Hayes is checked in for the Pistons. Simmons is checked in for Brooklyn. Morris comes in for Durant.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves, trying to put together a championship caliber team.
And again for 3.
And the threes just don't stop. Another shot and another make.
Yes, and he's starting to creep up that list now for the most three-pointers in a game. We'll see if he keeps it going. Takes one from 10 feet. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now. Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches. 12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Ivy. Hayes against Irving. Here's Duran. The rebound by Simmons.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
From deep, Johnson. Good! Another from 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Pass to Ivy. With the floater. The shot no good. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Ivy, covered by Johnson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Nets on the break. Pushing it up now. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Hayes, the pass to Stewart. Bogdanovich on the wing. And a nice finish on the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Irving, the pass to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Up the charts he climbs. Now tied for 3rd all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing.
His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
And last season, the NBA mourned the passing of dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Nets just dominating this one. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third.
106. Here comes the bomb, Detroit.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Detroit with the ball. Nets making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
At the line for your Pistons. Durant shooting 1.
Bojan and Bogdanovich out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Ivy. And it's Duran in at the center position. That's the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Back to Johnson. There's the triple. And again for three.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for third most made threes in a season. Hayes against Johnson. And stolen by Durant. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
And Brooklyn has possession. Outside Johnson from deep three-point range. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Ivy. He's guarded by Irving. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Here's Warren. And the shot goes.
T.J. Warren is a born scorer. That's his role, and he's aggressive with it.
For Detroit, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Hayes inside. He's guarded by Irving. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, with all the trade requests over the last year, the Nets started to seem like a sinking ship. But with KD still on board, a chance to stay on course, he's invested so much in this team. I'm glad to see him remain in Brooklyn.
It's exciting to look at a young player like Killian Hayes, who's got a lot of raw potential and is still fighting to find his way and how he's going to make solid contributions to his team.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Duran. Down low. Here's Ivy. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Ivy's got 4 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Pistons focusing on improving their scoring. Coach Dwayne Casey said, quote, "This is an offensive league. In today's game, you've got to be able to shoot the 3 because you can't make enough 2s to win. It's tough to defend the 3, so you've got to keep that scoreboard moving." Back to you.
Floor spacing at a premium, Allie. Thank you. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Bogdanovich, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Hayes against Johnson. 4-3. He can't hit that time. And the Pistons going the other way now. Ooh, poked away. Pass to Ivy. The 17-footer. The rebound by the Nets.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Basket counts.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Hayes against Irving. Pass to Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. And again, the Pistons missing. The Nets have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since a break. The shot by Johnson, no good. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Fires the 3. Again! What an avalanche!
And he is simply unconscious. Nobody can stop him right now.
Boy, the points keep coming, and he's climbing that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Fires the 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Now Hayes. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Duran. Here's Ivy. To win the run. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator.
And got it! Another basket!
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What a remarkable night.
Boy, a game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. Irving against Hayes. Pass to Stewart. And Durant with the block. And he recovers it. Now Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 6. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
But you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Ivy, covered by Johnson, and the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Brad Ivy gets a lot of attention for his scoring, but he can also lock you down at the other end.
Oh, yes, he can, B.A. He's big, active, and athletic, too. A strong on-ball defender as well. He'll also jump passing lanes, causing deflections.
Oh, another one falls!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages. Pass to Bay. Now here's Bagley. Blocked! And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Sumner's checked in for Brooklyn.
Substitution on the court.
Burks finds Bay. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
From deep, Johnson. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Bagley with it. Working on Claxton. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
Brooklyn ball.
Curry, he's checked in for jump.
Substitution on the court.
And Detroit has possession. Outside Burks. Pass to Bogdanovich. We've gone about a minute and a half into this 4th quarter. To the left wing. Here's Hayes. Detroit, no good that time either.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And so in the game for the Nets, Yuta Watanabe out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then there's Johnson. And it's Thomas in a 2-guard. Here's Duran. Back to Burks. Shot clock at 5. Looking to get back on track. And he lays it in.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. From deep, Johnson. The rebound by Bogdanovich. The Pistons have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
girl, you know your body bad. Same body back can make you for Ghana. Here dance for me, baby pan. Come and give me show. Rockstar.
Congrats on the win. You guys really smothered them on the defensive end tonight.
Yeah, man, we was all flying around on defense, causing havoc, man. Coach likes to call it controlled chaos. But, you know, the other team was clueless in what was going on. We on the other end dunking and stuff, you know?
Yeah, it looked like you in particular had a read on what the other team was trying to do.
Oh, yeah, you know, man, I trust these instincts, man. Scheme is one thing, but if I see a guy looking too hard, I'm a gamble to get that steal. And you saw it tonight, it works.
It did tonight, at least. Congrats.
Appreciate you.
I'm the one who put it on my back, though. I'm the one who's showing off the ankle. Came up off $1, so I'm thankful. You know I gotta get it to the bank. Close facts, bro. Facts.
Day one of the $250,000 My Team Unlimited tournament was full of action. On the PS4 side of the bracket, round one brought the first upset of the day when 11-seeded Vesputin pulled off a nail-biter against 6-seeded Rolpa, 64-62. But it really started heating up in round two, when number one seed Javi dominated with Ray Allen for the 64-58 victory over Simply Brick. And Loki continued their winning momentum in a tight defeat over Vardo, 60-58. Then Vesputin came out a shootin', a lootin', and a tootin', causing Low Life to tap out in the third quarter. Final score, 48-26. Moving on to the quarterfinals, Javi was aiming to hold on to the number one spot, but Loki brought the tricks and we had another upset, 79-53. Then it was MSK 2003 versus Vesputin. This matchup was high entertainment. Top of the third, a Jaren Jackson dunk gave Vesputin a 9-point lead. MSK fought their way back and cut the deficit to 1 with a KG to T-Mac lob. In the fourth quarter, Vesputin proved to be too much and won 81-72. So it all came down to Loki versus Vesputin.
Stripped it away. Puts the move on.
In the first quarter, Vesputin came out swinging and took a 20-14 lead to start the second quarter.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Loki flipped the script with a Ben Simmons 3 in the second quarter to take their first lead and continued to dominate. Scottie Pippen was key for Loki through the third.
And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And while Vesputin fought hard to close the gap in the fourth, it was 2 huge three-pointers by T-Mac.
This game is crazy.
And a Magic Johnson layup with 43 seconds left in the game that sealed the deal. Loki is the PS4 My Team Unlimited champion and will have a shot at the $200,000 grand prize.
on the right side of the bracket. The talk of the first round was MNO's 41-point destruction, as well as Cash Money J's narrow 2-point.
We have just about a half season behind us. The rankings are clearer than ever, Craig. You feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Wiggins is out there with Weissman. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Thompson passes to Weissman. And it's sent back by PD. Wiggins from outside doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
As a player, these ones are fun. You get to match up with guys you rarely see.
And here's Wiggins following the 3 from Johnson. Weissman no good.
Well, KD still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked, but didn't feel a deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
Here's Curry. No good, unable to end this run.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Wasted no time on that one.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Warriors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game.
Come together and make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets Kids Dance Team.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Wiggins surveying the floor. For the 3. That shot no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And some might go as far, Greg, is saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Nets. On the wing, Wiggins. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Johnson for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
And how about the start they've gotten off to? They haven't missed once.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Knocks it loose. Out to the wing. Weissman finds Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
From deep, Johnson. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Brooklyn making some changes. Curry's checked in for T.J. Warren. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Irving. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Weissman. Iguodala comes in for Green. Poole's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Curry. Now here's Johnson. Lets it go from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. And I think it's a conversation.
And here is DiVincenzo after the three-pointer from Johnson.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Good on the three-point shot.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Wiggins outside. Passes to Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Cool, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Pass to Claxton. Johnson against DiVincenzo. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 20 points for Johnson.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the pass to Looney. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one falls for Looney.
For Golden State, Kevon Looney.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. DiVincenzo against Johnson. From deep three-point range, what a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And so it's Brooklyn, finishing the quarter up by a whopping.
Here to put on a show, Yo.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The three great shooters out there for him, Curry and Poole in the backcourt with Thompson at the three. Green and Wiseman make up the inside pair.
A multiple-time champion and relentless competitor. Curry's drive to be an all-time great, well, he's pretty much there.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against Detroit had a huge game. He had an impressive number of points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Here's Poole after the made shot from Johnson. Into the lane. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
How did you react, Richard, to the changes in rules in 2021, specifically those banning non-basketball moves?
I loved it because the game has gone so far offensively that it put the defenders in such a bad spot. And so now that you're allowing for the defenders to actually play defense now, I think it's great for the game.
Through one half, it hasn't even been close. Nets lead by 19. A step away briefly, but...
At the half, the score, Brooklyn, 55. The Warriors, 36.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Johnson is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Warren in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
It's deflected, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Wiggins left side. Inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Drills it from outside.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Wiseman with the bucket.
Just an unselfish play from Curry, always ready to move the ball and his body to help an open shooter.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 2009.
Oh, good with the triple.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Johnson for 3. Wiggins with the rebound. Warriors trail by 20. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise. And his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Curry finds Wiseman. Irving against Thompson. Curry passes to Green. Johnson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Green, no luck. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Warren. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
Thompson surveying the floor. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got 35.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was...
Substitutions on the court.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A huge
good. Another from 3.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. .105 left in the fourth quarter. The offensive rebound. Good D by Johnson. Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Pass to Harris. From deep. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Brooklyn foul. Johnson, his 3rd personal foul. Team's 5th foul.
The first one falls. Well, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, the first lottery pick teammates ever to play in the NBA Finals, RJ, in their rookie seasons.
Yeah, the Dubs' strength in numbers, it got bolstered by some of these up-and-comers. You had Jordan Poole, who was most improved candidate last year, and then eventually we'd love to see a lot from James Wiseman.
And they're brought in, these younger players, Richard, are brought in that great culture.
Oh, there is nothing like culture. We have talked about that. Culture can directly impact a player's trajectory for his entire career.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Here's Johnson. Launches a three. Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the eight.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up.
I'm the one who put it on my back though. I'm the one who's showing off the ankles. Came up off $1, so I'm thankful. You know I gotta get it to the bank. Close facts, bro. Facts, bro, these is all facts. Big twos, big checks, big racks, bro. Facts, bro, these is all facts. Who's this? Who's that? Whack, bro. Facts, bro, these is all facts. Men lie, women lie, stats don't. Facts, bro, really big facts. Yeah, it feel good to be an immigrant. When we order lunch, it's only chili shrimp. Mixing up masala with the don't die, but the smile very innocent. Who that is? Who that is? Big Baba, for it with the Timberlands. No brother with the yeah, we with the get the breads with the dividends. Inshallah. My shorty wrist whipping in some bangles. She in this cutting up the mangoes. Cuban links feeling like I'm Castro, but only with the cash flow. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Big twos, big checks, big racks, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Who's this? Who's that? Whack, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Men lie, women lie, stats don't. Facts, bro. Really big facts. Yeah, all of it, it's pouring out, it's pouring in. Give me mine, lead the night, I keep the truth, I burn the lies. You know Nikki bringing out the bounce. 1, 2, second count. Yeah. Pretty woman standing on the couch, trying to get it, but the arrows got me leaving unannounced. I be, but you might never teach. You play hard to get it, I'm a rockin' minty leaks. They think I'm a threat, but I'm an addict to the belief. I need making more than I can count now. Taking meetings with the fairy skin downtown. The money got me coming out the house now. Money got me coming out the house now. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Big twos, big checks, big racks, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Who's this? Who's that? Whack. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Men lie, women lie, stats don't. Facts, bro, really big facts. Yeah, I'm the one who put it on my back though. I'm the one who's showing off the ankles. Came up off $1, so I'm thankful. You know I gotta get into the bank close. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Big things, big checks, big racks, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Who's this? Who's that? Whack, bro. Facts, bro. These is all facts. Men lie, women lie, stats don't. Facts, bro. Really big facts.
Cash Money Jay blew open his matchup against Atlanta in the second half and kept his momentum for a 20-point win. As for the top two seeds, Dino Raja propelled HM 1970 into the second quarter and set the tempo for the rest of the game as they beat Run Live 24 by 25 points. Fonzo's game against XRL came down to the wire, but they won by 2 thanks to some clutch LeBron free throws and great defensive plays. In the quarterfinals, MNO's upset the 1 seed with a 15-point win over HM as their tough defense
Well, we're at the time of the calendar when some teams go through a midseason lull. Graham, what has to be done to avoid that?
Well, first of all, you have to keep your composure. You cannot panic. And, of course, this is when a coach earns his keep. Motivation becomes key. Keeping the players focused.
And again for 3.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him, as they have all season long.
And with his performance, he is now tied for second for the most threes in a season. Middleton against Johnson. Connects again from distance.
As that three-pointer pushes him further up the all-time ladder.
And the next mark on his list, the top spot. What a season to remember. Back to Holiday. That shot, no good. Nice D from Durant. And now the Nets on the break. Irving for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter. And he is a gifted scorer, folks.
And Kevin Durant, post-Achilles surgery, no apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
Allen on the wing. Ooh, he can't stop the run as that misses.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Middleton against Warren. Here's Lopez. Second shot opportunity, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Clock at 6. Tries yet again. Middleton, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Allen against Johnson. Launches it. Connects from downtown. Johnson's got 9 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Milwaukee calls timeout.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now Allen, looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's Lopez. Pass to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot blocked. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Curry, he's checked in for Warren. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Ibaka, he's checked in for Lopez. Ingles comes in for Chris Middleton. Connaughton, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Carter in for Drew Holiday. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Nets?
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Johnson with a bucket.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside, Ingles. Outside, Carter. Pass to Ibaka. To halt the run. Here's Portis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Kevin Durant. The first one falls. Something Bobby Portis has truly captured is the love of the fans, Clark.
Yeah, his energy and enthusiasm is palpable and contagious, but he also puts in the work, and fans recognize that hard work.
Watanabe's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Irving.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Carter. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Buries it from 3.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Outside, Ingles. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
From deep, Johnson. And the Nets, another 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Connaughton. Carter against Johnson. Ingles from outside. Claxton with a rebound. From deep, Johnson sinks the tray. Johnson's got 27 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Brooklyn, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Nets.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Nets pretty much in control here.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
It's KD at power forward and Claxton at center. Johnson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Warren in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5.
Hi, guys. Well, D in their last time out against the Warriors was tremendous. He dropped 50 points and also did a lot of damage from long. He put up significant numbers. So the question becomes, can he do it again?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Hill can't connect.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
Three-pointer, Holiday. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 9 rebounds now. From deep, Johnson. The shot off that time. For Milwaukee, they've got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Hill with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Floats one up. Goes back up. Hill can't connect.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Hill against Johnson. Back to Durant. Over Middleton. And that one's good by Durant. Durant's got his first points of the night.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
You know, for this Bucks team, they seem to play together as well as any team we've seen recently.
Yeah, this team has a bunch of players who complement each other very well. And they've got so many different ways that they can play on the floor.
And so it's Brooklyn building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for Milwaukee, on the perimeter, it's Allen and Middleton. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Holiday in at the point.
Boy, when he puts his head down now, Holiday is like a controlled bull heading into the ring. A lot of ferocity, but it's under control.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 36 points.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Holiday against Johnson. Middleton outside. Pass to Allen. Fires from deep. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. From deep, Johnson. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo has won MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, and a championship. But he says, quote, I am not satisfied. As the leader of this team, that's the tone I set. I don't care about trophies. I care about getting better, and that's what I've done my entire career. Brian, he stays focused.
Nose to the grindstone, Allen. Thanks for that.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And the second free throw is good. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
They need this. And they'll get another chance. Back to Allen. Out to Portis. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Durant. Nice D from Durant.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Holiday finds Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part, it's bringing down the whole squad.
From deep, Johnson. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, even after it appeared that there was a falling out, Kyrie Irving remains a Brooklyn Net. Now, I suppose cooler heads prevailed, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Irving on the move here in the near future.
Outside Holiday. They grab their own miss.
Now, that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Irving, the pass to Johnson. Over Holiday. The shot by Johnson, no good. Milwaukee has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. That's tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Allen inside. He's guarded by Irving. Allen can't get it to go. From deep, Johnson. And the Nets, another 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
It's stolen by Johnson. To the inside, Irving. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Irving's got 5.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Watanabe's checked in for Kevin Durant. Curry comes in for Warren. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Hill, he's checked in for Portis. Holiday finds Allen. Oh, and just miss after miss right now.
Some of it's good defense, and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out. This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Outside Holiday. Up top Hill. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 17. Here's Allen. They shoot again. And it's good on the layup. Allen's got his first points of the game.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are 3 points you're giving away.
Another one goes. Incredible.
Once again, he hits the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance has tied him for 3rd most 50-point games in a season. He just keeps delivering. Middleton outside. From 13. No luck on that one. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Nets opening up a huge gap.
24.
And now let's take a listen in on head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Keep grinding. Keep getting stuff. The offensive code. See if we can move it a little bit more against the refs and then drive it, move it, catch it, shoot it.
And Coach Bud wants his guys to work harder on offense.
Yeah, and I like what Coach Budenholzer said. Just keep gutting through it, and eventually, hopefully, it will come around.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Markieff Morris, Yuta Watanabe out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Edmund Sumner, and it's Johnson in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Hill, the pass to Ibaka. Outside, Hill. Unable to get that one. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Johnson passes to Morris. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Woo! His energy is unmatched. And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
And Milwaukee has possession. Connaughton outside. The three. It's rebounded by Morris.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
From deep, Johnson hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 58.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Pass to Hill. Will it go? Counted from distance.
Boy, he's so consistent from long range now, George Hill. You can bet when somebody shoots a three on him, he's looking to get them back.
From deep, Johnson. Good! Another from three.
With every three-pointer made now, he comes closer and closer to that top spot in the record books.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance. Hill, the pass to Ingles. And he banks in the layup.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Pass to Johnson. There's the three. The rebound by Ingles. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Connaughton passes to Ingles. Over Morris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You look at players migrating to bigger markets. So we see the Nets taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you later.
The stage was set for a great semifinals matchup between Cash Money J and M Nose. M Nose was up 5 the first quarter, up 3 at the half, and up 5 going into the fourth quarter. But showing the resilience he showed all tournament long, Cash Money went to work in the fourth.
So a three-point play chance for him.
Despite having Tracy McGrady foul out at the beginning of the quarter, Giannis took over down the stretch for an epic Cash Money rally and victory, earning him the title of console champion and at least $50,000. Congratulations, Cash Money J. We can't wait to see what you do in the tournament championship next weekend.
It's time for Top Plays. This is Jedediah Jones, public. And now, Greg, that we're into the meat of the season, are you seeing any emerging trends out there?
For a few years, the trend had been guys shooting from farther and farther out. But, Kevin, I think we're seeing a return of the big man, a more concerted effort to attack the interior.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Johnson is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Warren in at the 3. Now here's Durant. Isaac Okoro missing his last shot. That one falls.
Kevin Durant.
KD's got his team on the board to start the game for Brooklyn.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
Mitchell finds Garland. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here is Johnson, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. And again for 3.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field, but he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting.
Garland, no good. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And here is Okoro after the 3-pointer from Johnson. Outside Garland. Cleveland gets it back. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Wow, twice on the pipes of Kevin Durant. That's the length coming into play right there.
That's good from Johnson on the assist by Irving. 9 points for Johnson.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Kevin Durant has talked about the Big 15 for the Nets, but Doris depth has been a concern.
Yes, but give Kevin Durant credit because he understands that he cannot win a championship by himself. An organization has got to manage payroll with big contracts and then find bargain role players. It's going to be a key to achieving their goals.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They're getting the first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Going against a conference opponent, one that outplayed them head-to-head last season, a chance for payback.
Now, here's Garland. In the game against Toronto, very impressive.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Mitchell wide open. Good on the triple.
Well, Okoro is a team-first guy that wants to involve his teammates. Pretty pass there.
Nets leading by 11. Durant, the pass to Johnson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cavaliers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
This guy has got great positional size at the 2 guard. Isaac Okoro can be challenging to guard.
And there's one area where the Cavs have been very good the past few seasons. That's the draft. They've made some terrific picks in terms of personnel.
Good. Another from 3.
3 points.
Nails it and is now even for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all time for threes in a season.
And to think a few years ago, hitting 300 threes was impossible. Then Curry hits 402 in 2016, and just years later, the 402 plateau has been reached again. You just can't make this stuff up.
The Cavaliers with another miss. You're right, GA, they have, and the draft's been essential to the rebuild effort in Cleveland.
And they've been...
Connects again from distance.
And who thought it couldn't be done? That 3 moving him into history.
You could feel it as soon as it left his hand. He is the king of the three and now stands alone at the top of the list.
And back in 2016, Curry had a year that I didn't think anyone could match until now. 402, no longer the high mark for threes in a season. The era of the long ball is truly upon us. Have game, will travel. These fans seeing what he's all about.
And he continues, GA, to add to his season total, knocking him down from long range.
Have you ever seen a player shoot with this kind of confidence? And it's been happening all season long.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 13-point lead. And here's Johnson outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Stevens. Love trying to break loose. That 3 off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 16. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to the...
Here's Neto, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Both good from the line that time. From deep, Johnson, count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's Brooklyn taking a 19-point lead into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against him. Their defense has been stifling. Back to the action in just a minute.
Here they come, fans. It's your Cavs Powerhouse.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
The defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell is out there with Garland. And it's LeVert in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away. Boys, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him. Boy, you think about a team that was as heavily laden with talent as the Brooklyn Nets were when they had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. But obviously injuries played a part. The big trade happens. A lot of bumps in the road for a roster that looked built to contend.
Passes it to Johnson. Curry with it. Over Love. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Johnson. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Stephens. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Neto. Rebounded by the Nets.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Floats one up, and the layup good by LeVert. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Johnson against LeVert. Shoots it up. Johnson can't hit.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 6.
And there's a reason Karis LeVert shoots well from the field. This guy is great at picking great opportunities.
And so it's Brooklyn taking a 19-point lead into... And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Johnson is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot.
How fast off the floor is Darius Garland? Just showing you that tremendous leaping ability. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Mitchell kicks to Okoro. Back to Mitchell for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now the pass to Warren. Back to Johnson. Fires the 3. And again, Johnson. Brooklyn with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Garland kicks to Mitchell from outside the arc. He can't get that one, so Brooklyn will take it the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
I think one area we've clearly seen a marked improvement from T.J. Warren over his career is his willingness to take threes and to make them consistently. It's getting on par with that great mid-range game he has.
Pass to Okoro. Mobley left side. Kicks to Garland. Will it go? It's hauled in by Warren.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
And you know, Doris, the uptick in Warren's long-range shooting has led to more minutes.
Well, it certainly gives a coaching staff confidence that will help with the flow of the offense. Defenders are forced to guard him on the perimeter. They can no longer sag and be in the gaps with him.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Johnson gets the bucket.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes
2 minutes
they're allowing.
in the third.
Poke loose. Takes it in. Again, what an avalanche.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested.
Garland, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
GA, it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
He dishes it to Allen. Trying to get something going. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Here's Warren. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
Assist from Johnson.
Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. Irving against Mitchell. Pass to Garland. Now here's Okoro. And they recover it. Allen finds Mitchell. Connects from three-point range. Mitchell's got 10 points.
Now, this is what we've come to expect from Donovan Mitchell, a high percentage three-point scorer who doesn't miss opportunities like this.
And here's Johnson outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For 3, Mitchell. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Brooklyn with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in pro. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
Ooh, where body? Masakala bomba de buchakale, olala woo. Where body? We dripping till I shinu made toma razu running, yeah. Kudarana otona no tokushikato. Mae gami yori kini shirashimoto. Nakamata chito asobu no shigoto. Konna gatsu right nai naze dokomo.
Feel so, yeah, roll the planes to the game, on my way, how you feel, yeah, I say, you feel so good, Achikuchi talking so, shut the distance, so, gala way, tuition, gala liu, ay, goni, shita, lama, sunny, naga, little flow, waki de, lu, idea, like a waterfall, when it up, gotta fight, or the coast, a suit low, magic, ooh, oh my god, then more people, walk along, what is God, can't you lose, hey, tamushima mas, cola each, button, die, Jiwawala, and Padalo.
Ooh, where body? Masakala bomba de buchakale, olala woo. Where body? We dripping till I shinu made toma razu running, yeah. Kudarana otona.
Clutch time leads off with 8:05.